Well, after recovering the Dark Man's contract, what's next? Look at the
It was
objectives real quick.
almost night when Emily found herself back at Derceto. What exactly had she been doing? And what was Detective Conby talking about? Did any of her findings make any sense? All she knew was that she wanted to figure out what the 3 steps to the contract entailed and how this was connected to Dr. Gray.
Ooh, so that means we gotta break into his office and see what he knows. We gotta go all the way down here. I bet you that gate that I was trying to get to ain't
It's
even
getting
open.
rough out there.
Watch this. I'm gonna try. I don't think it's worth it. We're gonna go through here. You know. Oh, it's locked. It's locked this time. What? We can't go down there because it's. I mean, we can't go through the door because it's locked. Usually you can, but not this time. This time it's locked. Let's see. Let's try this door and see if we can get in. Or unless, look, the gate is still there. We probably still can't get in though.
I need
Yeah,
the
locked
key.
door. Dang, we still need that key, bruh. I don't think we ever gonna find that key. I don't think we need to go down there. We're about
If
to
we
go
can
to his
just get
office.
rid of Jeremy, everything will go back to normal.
That reminds me. I saw Miss Emily earlier. You remember her? You know she's Jeremy's niece.
She's looking for him.
That's right. She's helping us. In her own way.
As long as she don't stand in the way of the mother of 1,000 young.
I don't think she knows or cares about that. She just here for Jeremy. I've been more worried about that Detective Carmen fella. He been snooping around asking all kinds of questions.
God, it hurts.
I wish you would stop doing that. Gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Wasn't she in Jeremy's dream? Am I tripping?
The orderlies, Baptiste and Lottie, were back at Derceto as well, like pieces of Emily's past haunting her. She couldn't figure out if they were on her side or not. And what was Lottie suffering from?
We need to figure that out. We need to know before I even do anything. We need to figure out what Lottie is suffering from, bro. And I could have. Weren't they in Jeremy's dream? Remember when we went to that place and that little creature was jumping out, right? That little creature was coming out, right? And then the room shifted. Wasn't she in that dream? That wasn't a dream, or was it a dream? Like when we went to that cemetery place, right? That has that. Come on now, come on now. This game's playing games. It's locked too. Oh my goodness. Sacrificial dagger. A dagger swathed in the grip of 2 sleek snakes found buried in the sunken temple. Okay. Darkman's contract. The comic book place. Jeremy's warning and the long engagement. And that was to her husband when they were married at the time. So what is it that I'm supposed to be looking for? What is it that's needed for real? Like, can we can't find a way to get back up? I don't know. What about this? This is the door. We can't. Okay, yeah, we can't seem to get in there. So what is it exact? Oh, here it is. Here's a door. Let's see if we can get out. But what exact? Okay, yeah, this is to the dining room. But what exactly is it? Like, what's going on? Like, didn't I thought they were on our side? This is crazy. And there's still some of that stuff on the wall, so it's gonna get worse. Things will get worse. Let's open this up.
What is going on here?
There's a lot of stuff going on, bruh. This place is haunted, and we don't know. Is this something that we can look at? I want to go down, but I'm not sure. Let's try to go upstairs. Well, wait, this is open. I think I just came from here. Something's on that table. What is this? Preparations for St. John's. Let's read this.
We must have faith that Jeremy's pact with the Dark Man is a bluff. If we are lucky, our visitors will find him and prove it's all nonsense before night falls. What is true is our attempt to call on her. Too many things have happened for this evening to be in vain. Think of Jack and Cassandra, even Perosi, whose circumstances I can't understand. Grace is a goat without horns. She knows it and will play the role. You must talk to your brother, Batiste. I worry that he will fail us. Mrs. Thompson.
Okay, okay, all right. So Grace is the goat without horns. Now I did see something earlier in the game. I gotta keep. Let me see. I think I saw something of that. That I don't. Hmm. Dang, I don't know where it's at. But it was something. It's something, bro. It was something, bro. It isn't this. A thousand young. No. Okay, yeah. This is with the a thousand young um that she had that Leote just mentioned. Even our priests in abundance to the black goat of the woods, hear us, mother, and take pity on us. Accept our sacrifice and judge our worth. Let's see what else there is. We're gonna head upstairs real quick. So they said Grace is the goat without horns. I want to figure out what that saying means. Like,
I
what
don't
does
want
she
to run
mean?
into the orderlies right now. I should find another way.
Wow, we can't even get up there to that room. We got to go somewhere else. Okay, let's try the library. Let's see if we can see something in there. It's open, but is there anything here? Okay, there's something that we can grab over here. Let's see what this is. Lunacy and the art. Okay, let's try this.
Lunacy and the Astarte Artist Colony, a monograph by Yael Klein. In early 1909, the old Derceto plantation outside of New Orleans was turned into an artist's colony. 3 famous European artists rented the house and the surrounding land from the owner, the Ledoux family. The colony was chiefly run by Sebastian Cortez, who was playfully dubbed the captain by his collaborators, William Arges and Heinrich Kassel. The colony existed for 6 years, until one day all 12 members disappeared without a trace. It is widely believed that their disappearance is connected to the disastrous hurricane that passed through on September 29, 1915, but nothing truly supports this claim. What is known is their frequent participation in New Orleans nightlife, their love for hosting parties, and their elaborate contributions to the Mardi Gras parades as the Pirates of Pontchartrain. Accounts of their lifestyle can be found in almost every gossip column. It can effectively be summed up as carefree and bohemian. In late June 1909, the name Astarte first appeared in the newspapers. Cortez said the name came to him as he was painting. There is never any claim to knowing about the ancient Phoenician fertility goddess with the same name before this time. His fellow colonist Heinrich Kassel did know, because he later produced sculptures that show clear references to ancient idols of the goddess. It's impossible to know for sure how this name suddenly made an appearance, but it is interesting because of Derceto's history. Even the name Derceto is the Greek name of a Syrian fertility goddess. In the case of naming the plantation, Derceto was certainly not an accident. We know that Elijah Pickford intended to build a temple for his cult, for he had distributed pamphlets 2 years prior to the purchase of the land, advertising his intentions. His followers were estimated to be almost 100 men and women, mostly sailors, Maroons, and Cajuns, when the plantation was built. To outsiders, Derceto registered as an ordinary slave plantation, which enabled Pickford and his flock to remain hidden for decades. The official story is that the cult lasted until 1862, when the Union Army came and burned down the plantation and scattered all who lived there. Following the Civil War, new people started to congregate in the ruins of Derceto to invent a new fertility goddess, the Shub Niggurath. As much as Derceto is a particular name to have heard of, it's not entirely uncommon among the learned. Astarte is equally known and could have been subconsciously chosen by well-read artists. Shub Niggurath is, on the other hand, very uncommon. Almost impossible that anyone in Louisiana would have heard that name. The name is referenced only in rare books like Unausprechlichen Kulten and the Necronomicon, and is believed to be a bastardization of Arabic words meaning pertaining to the dark young. The few paragraphs printed on the goddess are so upsetting that no one in their right mind would want to build a religion resting on such qualities. The Shub Niggurath cult was hard to get rid of, but it is believed that despite the police jailing and killing several cultists over the years, the main culprit in the cult's demise is the cult itself, which seems to line up with every instance of cult activity on Derseto's grounds. When Captain J.W. Norton of the Union Army arrived, he described the people at Derceto as malnourished and maniacal. As much as the army tried to save them, they fought back with fervor, as if nothing was going to stop them from slowly destroying themselves. While the disappearance of the Astarte Artis colony remains a mystery, the recurring motif seems to suggest that their fate involved lunacy and a hunger for self-sacrifice to that fertility goddess with 1,000 names.
Let's see what's in this door over here. Looks like we can go in. Am I missing anything important? Another note. Let's look at this. Oh, okay, it's just play ball. Pay bill. Anything else here? That's Grace's voice. Should I open this? Am I tripping? That's Grace's voice I just heard. She's in that room doing something. Should I go out? Or should I go to another let's try it. Let's go over here and see if there's anything else that we need that's more important. I can't believe I couldn't get in there. Yeah, nothing here. Besides that, nothing is here. We gotta keep going. For some reason, we couldn't get in there, so we gotta jump out. We gotta get out. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully nothing comes out at us. And no, nothing. Let's just make sure we're all good here. All right, we gotta climb up this ladder. Wow, bro. We gotta see what the doctor knows. I think we're almost there. We might gotta go this way. What the heck? Okay. Is this his office?
I need the key.
Nah, that can't be. What else does he know? What else does this doctor know that we may need? Okay, let's go in here. This is his office, isn't it? Come on, there has to be something.
Mr. Waits must have had a spare key to Dr. Gray's office, but where?
Where's that spare key? We gotta find it. Is that safe? It might be that safe. This might be where we get the key, bruh. Let's see if we can get that key. Oh, but first, before we do that, is there anything I'm missing? Any sort of hint? Nothing at all? This is locked, I bet.
I
Yeah,
need
it's
the
locked.
key.
Crap. How do I get the key? Any notes?
I don't know the combination. Wait, maybe I do.
So maybe this might be where we find it at. There's some numbers. 913, right? 913. Let's try it. Let's see if it works. 913. No, didn't work. If not, I'm probably screwed. 9 back to 1 back to 3. Let's see if this works. Boom, we unlocked it. Okay. All right, we got Dr. Gray's office key. We can move on. Thank you. Yo, I was.
The last
Uh-oh.
guest in the empty room suffered from severe maladaptation. I must write this down, because if I understand the condition sufficiently, it could make me deny this fact at a later date. And there is reason for me to think I may come to suffer the consequences from this dysfunction, as some who came in contact with the guest seemed to adopt a new worldview in which everything was predetermined but broken. Upon accepting this worldview, some memories became unmanageable and later rejected. I do not know what this means. I cannot even remember the fate of the guest. I think they were simply misplaced one day and forgotten. Just like all documents pertaining to this guest, they have all been destroyed, or they never existed in the first place. Who wrote this? There has never been a guest in the empty room.
So I'm guessing we probably have to go. I don't know. The empty room. There's never been a guest in the empty room. It's really interesting, but now we got the key. We're not missing anything else out here. No more research to be done. All we got to do is go into the doctor's room. Who knows what could be over there? Who knows who could be lying in that room? Let's just get in there and let's see what happens. His office key, here we go.
Here we are, Dr. Gray's office. Now let's see if we can find some answers.
You would think his office would be a lot bigger than this. This is a bit small. Cassandra's things, we can look at this too. Remember Cassandra, she was the one that had the medicine and stuff in her room, and she tried to commit Ide early in that one note that we had read. So here it is. We gotta open this up and see what this is.
I have finished tidying up Miss Beauregard's belongings. I will leave it to you to contact her agent and have them collect her things. I found one of Grace's drawings she might want back, along with this key in her room, which I believe you've been looking for, Mrs. Thompson.
Is it a thing that we might have to go back up to Cassandra's room to grab that key, maybe? Oh, that's to the globe. Oh, we might have to go back up there. Hold on. We might have to find Cassandra's room and go back up there. Maybe that's the key to the globe. Whoa, yeah, we're gonna have to go back up there, man. A stairwell key. Maybe that's to the room. That one room that I could not get in. What else is there here? Something else has to be here, right? A typewriter? Jeremy's treatment? Oh, we get to look at his treatment? Let's see what his treatment is.
Dearest Dr. Manzetti, I find myself in a losing battle with my patient. As I've disclosed in my previous letter, his delusions have him completely captured. It's bad enough that he is torturing himself with paranoia, but his madness turns out to be quite persuasive to others, effectively laying the ground for mass delusion. I am writing to you in hope that you can give me some guidance. Beyond my ambition to avoid devastating surgery on my patient, I have grown worried about my own defenses. The words of my patient are deranged, yet they often resonate with something primitive within me. I have tried photographing his brain with X-rays. It was surprisingly difficult to get good results. Dark blotches on the plates kept obscuring all details. My patient looked at the bad plates and cried out in terror, telling me the dark areas was the shadow of the worm, eating him from inside. I could not see anything out of the ordinary. I hope this is a sign that my mind is not as receptive to the madness as I had feared. After further inquiry, my patient described the shadows inside his mind as some kind of chthonic monstrosity that wants to undermine his sanctuary. This is clearly a reference to a place he calls Teroea, a sort of library or convent that works as a psychological haven. With this imaginary haven threatened by this Chthonian, he has now constructed another, less pleasant hiding spot. Lately, he has been bringing up a metaphor of a steamboat that has run aground, that he feels like he needs to start the engines and reverse, but he is afraid that the hole in the hull would cause the whole ship to sink. I've been watching him turn this metaphor into reality for the last week. He knows it's made up, but he is doubling down, trying to make it a real memory. I feel certain that this is my chance to break through the barriers of his self-deceit.
My goodness. And I think we were in territory. Terra. I don't know how to say it. But yeah, bruh. I think we were in there. When we had met that Jose dude, yeah, we were in there for sure. Wow. What now? Look for Jeremy's x-ray plates in the infirmary. Where do we find the infirmary at? Let's make sure there's nothing that we're not missing in here. We gotta look for this man's x-ray in the infirmary. Now, how do we find that? That's the question. This isn't it. I know that for a fact. We gotta find out where this man's x-ray is, and once we get it, what next? We gotta... Oh, could this be it? Is this another note? Is this it? Flying Dutchman. Oh, let's see.
What a terrible thing to recognize that your betterment was an illusion. That you are so infatuated by the virtue of struggling that despite all your hard work, you made no real efforts to ever become well. Or that the treatment becomes such an obsession that instead of letting your wounds heal over time, you tear at the flesh in the hope that it will heal better and faster. If only it would bleed in the way you wanted. Do we ever become well? What do you think, Dr. Gray?
This can't be the infirmary. It's just a door. I'm glad I found that, though. Let's open this up. Oh, it changed again.
This can't be.
Where are we? Oh, we're in a totally different place. It just shifted. What do I do? Whoa! It just shifted again. What is going on? Which door do I open? Okay, no, that's just... What? There's no way the room shifted and shifted again. And this, no one was sitting here. Okay, I probably just moved it. I'm panicking over here. But yeah, no one was sitting over here, bro. The room just shifted when I went to go touch that door. It's happening again. Are we good? Oh, we're in... Okay. We're on the outside this time. Boy, I think we should go back, right? Let's see if we can go back over here and see if there's anything see if there's anything that turned up while the room changed. I doubt anything turned up. Nope. Nothing. The safe is open. Everything is what it was. Alright, we got that one key though. Let's see. Yeah, we got the globe piece, and then we got the stairwell key. I think I'm gonna go into Cassandra's room first. Let's go in there. But I know the more important piece is, you know, the whole, thingamajig. Let's open this up. Anyone here? Yeah, we gotta go into, her room. So, let's go into Cassandra's room, and it's so dark, bro. And it's giving me creepy vibes, you know? We're gonna go into Cassandra's room real quick. I know that we gotta, I'm I'm gonna do that puzzle first. We're gonna do that puzzle first. It's a must. Every time I pass by that globe.
Hey, little lady, how's your evening been going?
Ups and downs, I suppose.
I hear that. We all live in the life of an elevator operator.
Are you alright, sweetie?
Do you want to see my mask, miss? I'm making it for St. John's.
How did you... Is that supposed to be my... Ow!
You should learn your place, little girl.
Why are you acting this way? What did I ever do to you? Grace! Grace!
Something's wrong with that girl. Something is wrong. Is he dead? Oh no, he's still breathing. What is going on? Now what? We gotta open up that door. Oh, something. Hold up.
The mask had reminded Emily of her father. It didn't seem like a chance connection, but a purposeful reference made by that child. How could Grace have known what he looked like, and that it would upset Emily so? And why would she use those words? Emily felt like it was beyond strange. It felt impossible. Did it even happen? Was she losing her mind?
Yes. Okay. So earlier in the game, when I said that she was here because of her father's death, maybe that was a trick. Maybe this situation, maybe the mask, was a trigger as to why that happened, why she did that. So yeah, bro, you really gotta look for those clues, and you really gotta understand what is happening. So that makes a lot of sense. Oh my goodness, bro. Okay, we can open up that. Let's.
I'll just borrow these.
Wow, we're gonna steal.
At least he's breathing. I'll just let him sleep it off.
There's the globe.
There's something missing.
What is all this? Map of the Caribbean? Oh, she got a bunch of drinks. Yep, we needed those drinks. Why not? I want to kind of go into Cassandra's room too and see what's up. Table's all empty. No one is in here. Some more of the okay, we could just look at these. Nothing really happens. Oh, what's this? Cassandra's last page. Let's read it.
Jeremy knew that the only one who could help him now was the guest in room number 3. The room seemed to have been empty for so long. But that wasn't allowed to be true. The story needed to be different. To include something from the outside, he would bring the guest back to room 3 and show them what was in that safe. 913. But those were not the right numbers. That was the combination for the safe in the clerk's office.
It's crazy that I see that now, because on the Dark Man's note, on the Dark Man's letter thing, 913 is on there, and I use that for the safe code. You mean to tell me I could have came up here first? Hey, it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy how that all happened, right? Movie script. Oh, we gotta get one more thing. But yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts how I figured that out. 913 was on that safe, and then we went ahead. Was on that little page thing, and then we went ahead and came up here, and now it was on her last note. That's crazy, bruh. Bathtub? Anything in here? Nope, nothing is in here. We can leave. So right now, what are the items that we have right now? We have stairwell key, first floor hall key. Okay, so the first floor hall key, we could probably open that up, but I kind of want to see what's in that stairwell. We really need to see. This isn't it. I think I'm going the right way. Am I? Or it could be the wrong way. Let's open up. I think this is Grace's room. Nope, it's Jeremy's. No, it's... Oh, another note. Look at this. Trust me, clue.
Brother, I need you to trust me. This is the most important moment in our family's history. I know you have doubts and that the terrible Mama Loa told you lies. I would never betray you. I promise. Lottie.
Part of me don't believe that, to be honest. I think some sort of betrayal is going to happen during this game. I just don't know when or how this game's going to end. But we got a lot to figure out
As it goes on, and we're getting closer to the end, we're gonna figure that out. Leota's gonna do some... We can't get in. Leota's gonna do some bull crap. I'm still on. How is she even here, bro? How is Leota here? Or whatever her name is. Lottie, how is she here? Now, this is Jeremy's room, right? Is anything in here? Another note. I keep stumbling upon notes.
Detective Comby, I'm terribly sorry that my niece has pulled you into this mess. Please, with all my blessings, take her away from this cursed place. I have destroyed that Eater of Worlds and locked it away in the attic and retreated to a place of hiding. Tell Emily I'm safe. Tell her all the lies you can think of to make her listen. Take her back to New Orleans. Sincerely, Jeremy.
He wanted Detective Carnaby to lie to Emily that he was okay, and he really wasn't. He didn't want her in this mess. Now that we're playing as Emily, we have no choice but to be in this mess. So it makes a lot... Oh. Anything here? And then we can go all the way down. There's gotta be something. This is the stairwell key. We can open this up. Let's see, is anything in here?
This can't be.
Wait, what fell? Or who fell? Is this where the infirmary is? I was just trying to see if... This is a whole new level of the house that I did not know. What is this? Scapegoat. Okay. This is a door? What else is here? Oh!
I need the key.
Radiography. Patient.
Wow, and that was what we had heard when I had looked at that thing, when I had looked at that note. Yo, that's crazy, man. That is insane.
Hypothetical psychosurgery based on the ideas by Burckhardt and the St. Petersburg research could end up saving Jeremy's mind. Severing the connections around the frontal lobe would certainly solve most mental afflictions. The procedure would be brutal in performance, as well as in efficiency. An ice pick pushed through the edge of the eye and into the skull would untether the nerves like Alexander cutting the Gordian knot. As this would likely leave Jeremy in a very different condition, all other paths should first be explored. The medical instrument I would need for this lobotomy is missing, and I should have Waits order a new one.
Are they still in there trying to torture this man? They ain't gonna let him go. I mean, well, he's not. It's just crazy hearing all of this going on, and then we need the key to that room, and we probably can't get in here. I really want to enter that red door, but oh, we're getting close. Oh, the room changed again. Oh, dude. And who was that in front? Who was that in front of us, dude? Oh, that someone's brain. Partial capture of a brain grimmed by unsettling darkness. Bro. It's crazy. We entered that room and it changed. Was that door here before? Oh, it's locked. We're gonna have to figure that out. We gotta do more research. And it's like, it's going on and on. And on and on. Like, he doesn't stop saying it. But now, do you hear this? Do you hear what's going on right now? It's going on and on. The room done changed. When I went into that other room, it was bloody. Oh, here it is. It's more things. I didn't see none of this. Electrical fuse? This spare fuse can regulate electrical power when inserted into a fuse box. And that is what we need. Surgery room key. And there's the radiograph number 2. So, circuit box. Electrical fuse. Right? We could put that up. Put that on. Nope. Surgery, nope. Nope. None of this works. Oh, we're in there? Are we in that room? We're about to enter it, aren't we? Oh, he's not in here? Oh, it's a voice recording. Oh, we need that fuse box. Okay, maybe we have it.
What's this?
What? We got the electrical fuse? You know, the whole time I thought he was in here, but that would be too easy, wouldn't it be? So wow, it was a recording the whole time, bruh. This should work. What? We should put in the electrical fuse, and we're good as gold. So it should go. Okay. Oh, I got it. All right. Cool.
Oh, that's better.
We might have to take a pause right here. Another note just came up.
Dr. Gray seemed to put a lot of effort into understanding and treating Jeremy. Did he find anything useful? Or was it all for show? an excuse to torture him. No matter what, Emily thought, maybe she could follow his work to some conclusion about the steps stipulated in the contract.